In this video, we'll walk through the steps to create an advanced report using the myFirmData custom reporting tool. To start, we've already assembled the fields we need to create a report in the spreadsheet builder. Once fields have been selected and appear in the spreadsheet builder, you'll see two new sections at the bottom of the screen: Criteria and Filters. Let's begin with Criteria. To expand the Criteria section, click anywhere on the blue Criteria bar. We now see four different functions that you can use to affect your report. The first function is Group By. Group By allows you to organize your report by one of the fields that you've selected in the spreadsheet builder. In this report, we'll group by bill status. This will show all of the varieties of bill status grouped together. You also have the ability to choose Sort By. This determines the order of the data being reported. In this report, let's sort by matter number. The next function allows you to choose whether you want the sorting to be done in ascending or descending order. Let's choose ascending. Finally, you have the ability to total all the columns. If there are columns that include money or some other number you'd like to total, you can choose to total the columns by selecting Yes. Once you've finished choosing the criteria, you can now either save or preview the report. Let's preview the report. We can see our report is grouped by bill status. We can also see our report is sorted by matter number from lowest to highest. Finally, you can see the columns with numbers have been totaled for each group. Click on the arrow to the left of each group header to collapse or expand the group. It's important to note that when exporting your data, the current view of your report's groups will apply in the export. For now, let's close our preview window and talk about filters. Filters will allow you to include or exclude specific data from your report, and you can access your filters by clicking anywhere on the blue Filters bar. For example, let's create a filter that just returns all your bills with a bill status of awaiting payment. In the first drop-down for this filter, we would choose the field name Bill Status, since that's the field we're filtering on. Next, we'll choose the condition for this report. When you look at the drop-down, you'll see various options to choose from. Since we're looking for bills with a status equal to awaiting payment, we would select Equal To from the menu. Finally, we'll type awaiting payment in the value field to the right so that we will only see bills that are awaiting payment in our results. Make sure that you enter this field exactly as it appears in your data. Now let's click Preview to see how this field has impacted our report. You can see that we no longer have multiple bill statuses for our report, only the bills awaiting payment thanks to our filter. Now we can also add multiple filters if you'd like to refine the report further. Let's see how adding a date filter will impact the report. Going back to our filter, we can select Add Filter and then choose Bill Due Date for our first field name. If we want to see bills with due dates from last year, select Date Range from the Condition dropdown, and then select Last Year from the Date Navigator. In this case, a preview of this report will return bills that have a bill status equal to awaiting payment and a bill due date from last year. Remember that when you have multiple filters, the report only returns data that meets all of the filters. Right now our filters are looking at bill status and due date, but what if you wanted to see bills with a bill status of awaiting payment or bills with a due date from last year? In that case, all you need to do is select OR from the drop-down at the top of the filter branch, and that logic will apply to all the filters on that branch. Now when you click on Preview, you'll still see the bills awaiting payment, but now you'll also see any other bill with a due date in last year. But what if you need to set multiple filters using both and OR? That's when you need to add a filter group. Filter groups add another branch to your filter tree so that you can use a combination of and/or logic. For example, what if we wanted to see bills with a due date from last year, but instead of awaiting payment, we want to see bill statuses that equal deleted or void? We would start by clicking the Remove button next to our current bill status filter. We'll add a group where we can define two new filters. The first one would be bill status equal to deleted, and we would add another filter for bill status equal to void. And we would make sure our logic for this group is OR. Then we can go back to the top of the main filter branch and change that logic back to and. Now when you click on Preview, you'll see bills that have a due date from last year and a bill status of deleted or void. There's no limit to the number of filters or groups that you can apply to your report, which allows you to really dig into your data and just see the specific things you need. To find out more about myFirmData, please visit us on our website, our social media channels, or YouTube. Happy reporting!